Greetings and welcome to your destination. You reach the Psychological Wellness Hub. We aim to build your knowledge and wellness around better understanding mental health and psychological concepts. Today's topic is an expansion on the Generalized Anxiety Disorder, or GAD. A part 2 in a series where we build further on understanding the concept of GAD. Please feel free to watch part 1 of the video of GAD in the series, which prepares you for this video. The link for part 1 is down below in the description of this video. Let's go ahead and review. Can generalized anxiety disorder disrupt your life? Yes. It can cause minor to extreme difficulties. It can impair several areas of your life, like social, work, school, responsibilities, and even pursuing goals. Generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD, can be short-lived or can last many years, impairing the individual. Okay, let's talk some more about the symptoms of GAD. Please be aware that each person is different and unique in the way they experience their symptoms. Some people can have a set of symptoms, and some other people can sometimes have very different symptoms. Having said that, there's some general overlapping symptoms. So, some of the symptoms include excessive, persistent, and uncontrollable worry and anxiety about one or multiple everyday things in life. Things like dread, constant apprehension, or expectations of the need to worry about present or future items. Difficulty controlling or resisting the worry. Becoming easily fatigued by the worry and anxiety. Muscle tension as a result of the worry and anxiety. Cognitive or thinking symptoms. Things like constant what ifs. Quote, I'm going to get in trouble and I know it. It will be terrible and so many bad things will come of it. End quote. If I get behind, then it's going to happen. And that is going to happen. And that is going to happen. And I will not be able to take it. It's only a matter of time before things go south. Is Bernie going to be okay? Are you sure? Because he could have had something going on more than this. And his house, will be neglected while he is here. And did someone take care of his plants? Because they will all die if not dealt with soon. Emotional symptoms, things like intense fear, dread, and irritation. Physical symptoms, things like heart pounding, muscle tension, anxiety, increased pulse, dry mouth, dizziness, difficulties concentrating, one's mind going blank, feeling on edge or keyed up, fatigued, or worn out feeling. Behavioral symptoms, things like pacing, avoiding, restless limbs, weeping, crying, getting loud, sleep disturbances. Someone might talk about their symptoms in this way. I just can't take this waiting. Any moment now it's going to fail. What if this happens? I can't sit still. I'm going to lose it. Here are some barriers to healing or recovery from generalized anxiety disorder. What are the things we do that keep it going? Things like avoidance, avoiding dealing with anxiety or problem solving, overanalyzing the situation or worrying, excessive doubt, excessive excuses, telling ourselves, I can't too often, excessive stress, rumination, rating how we feel in the moment as how we will always feel, forgetting that we don't always feel bad. Negative thinking is not bad. It can help us, but if it becomes a dominant focus by our choice, then it can hurt us. Focusing too much on our weaknesses, avoiding learning more about and exploring generalized anxiety disorder and its origin. What does generalized anxiety disorder look like? I'm going to read some examples of individuals with generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD. Please note these are not real people, but their stories represent real scenarios. Listen while I tell you about their stories. Listen for details of GAD and how it impacts different areas of their lives. First, we'll talk about Martin, who is a 20-year-old exchange student. He always looks unsure of himself. His mind is always running, and when he speaks of things that are constantly on his mind. Martin does not discriminate in his worries. It's like anything can become something for him to be concerned about or worry about. Martin worries about things in the moment or what is right under his nose, but his list is not in there. His worries about future items like bills, natural disasters, not making friends, fear of people will not like his outfit, and so on. Martin's friends tolerate this constant worrying, but often have their own worries and concerns. They also have concerns if Martin will ever find peace or relax with his worries. All right, let's talk next about Jody. Jody is a woman in her 40s who has a fear of flying. Her fear of flying is a phobia and is separate from her other worries. She has been invited to her daughter's wedding. The problem for Jody is that the wedding is now her newest worry. Jody's daughter tries to tell her mom to not worry about this, but Jody will do it anyways. Jody feels almost like she is lightheaded and has vertigo when she sees the location of the invitation, knowing she will have to fly there. But that is not her only concern. Jody worries that her daughter is not prepared despite the reassurance her daughter has given her. Well, Jody only wants to help her daughter, but worries about disappointing her daughter. Jody worries about what to wear and fears no matter what she picks, her daughter will absolutely hate it. She even gets reassurance from her future son-in-law that, and as he spells out all the things that are already taken care of, and all she has to do is come and enjoy herself. But that's not enough for Jody. They even offered to have one of their friends stop and pick her up as they're driving by the state that she lives in and take her to the wedding, but she refuses. Jody continues to ruminate about how the wedding will be a disaster. Jody's daughter is frustrated with her mother, but has grown to know that her mother engages in this worrywart behavior. She loves her mom and wishes her mom could be reassured that all will be fine and that all is squared away. All right, if we move on to Bonnie. Bonnie loves her dogs. She loves spoiling them whenever she can. However, she constantly worries about them. She has a hard time letting them go to the kennel to be boarded when she needs to go and take leave somewhere for work. Like she will go to a destination where they won't, allow dogs. When she goes on these trips, she is constantly calling the boarding facility to gain reassurance that the dogs are fine as she talks to the staff. She will specifically only choose a facility that has a social media account or remote access to the cameras in the facility where she can view her dogs constantly. Bonnie also has some obsessive features to her generalized anxiety disorder. And finally, we're going to talk about Scott. Scott has generalized anxiety disorder. He has many concerns and worries over many things. He also has fears of leaving his home and being trapped, which is another condition called agoraphobia. Scott hopes to have a family one day, but has a long laundry list of cons and things that needs to be dealt with long before he can be a husband and a father. But this list goes beyond just a list. It's more like a worry list of everyday things he feels he needs to overcome. The problem, though, is that he doesn't believe he can overcome these despite the desire one day to be married and have a family. He stays in a constant state of worry. Scott also has concerns about his friends and their problems. He takes it, though, to the next level by worrying about them and constantly checking up on them. Scott offers worries and concerns to his friends about what they should worry about and their problems. We hope you found today's topic was useful for yourself or for someone else. Let us know by commenting below. Let us know what you'd like to hear about or topics that could be useful to you by commenting below, and we'll take it under consideration. If you like what you heard today and would like to hear more from Destination Psychological Wellness Hub, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel by selecting the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen and by clicking the thumbs up. This will help you get the newest content produced by the channel to you. Please tell all your friends and family about this channel and share this and other videos with them on this channel. Encourage them too to like and subscribe. And as always, we hope your psychological wellness continues to grow with us in this community. Thank you.